So, you know how sometimes we spend hours studying but nothing sticks?
Oh, absolutely.
It's so frustrating, right?
Yeah, it's like trying to fill a leaky bucket.
Exactly.
What's the secret to learning more effectively?
Well, I came across some techniques that could help us learn faster and actually remember stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's all about working smarter, not harder.
Interesting. So what's the first tip?
It's called active recall. Instead of just rereading notes, you test yourself on the key
Right.
concepts. Try to recall information from memory before checking your notes.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Kind of like quizzing yourself?
exactly. It strengthens neural connections and improves retention. It's way more effective than passive reviewing.
I've heard of the Feynman technique. Does that tie into this?
Absolutely. Yes. The Feynman technique is another great strategy. You teach what you've learned in simple terms, as if explaining to a child.
Oh, yeah.
If you struggle to simplify it, that means you need to understand it better.
So, it's like if you can't explain it simply, you don't really get it.
Exactly. And then there's spaced repetition. Instead of cramming, you space out study sessions over days
Right.
or weeks. It strengthens long-term memory.
I've tried cramming before exams, but I forget everything afterward.
Same here. Spaced repetition helps prevent that. Apps like Anki or Quizlet can
Nice.
automate the process. They remind you when to review certain topics.
That's pretty handy. What else can we do?
We should connect new information to what we already know. The brain learns best when linking new concepts to existing knowledge,
Right.
like relating new vocabulary words to ones we already know.
So making associations?
Exactly. It's like building on a foundation you already have.
I see.
It makes new information easier to remember.
What about the study environment? Does that matter?
Definitely. Absolutely. Optimizing your environment is key. Reducing distractions, listening to focus-enhancing music, and studying in short bursts. The Pomodoro technique is great for this. 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break.
I've tried that, and it really helps maintain concentration.
Right. And don't forget to take care of your brain. Getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, and eating brain-boosting foods like nuts and berries. A healthy
Yeah.
brain absorbs information faster.
Wait, dark chocolate is a brain-boosting food?
Yep, great news for chocolate lovers. Just don't
Haha,
overdo
that's
it.
awesome. I'll keep that in mind. Any other
Good
tips?
idea. Learning by doing is crucial. Practice is the best teacher. If you're learning a new skill, apply it immediately. If it's a subject, solve problems instead of just reading about them.
You know, sometimes I feel like just reading isn't enough.
Exactly. Active engagement makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
We really need to get hands-on.
but what if someone doesn't have time to implement all these techniques?
Well, even incorporating a few can make a big difference. It's
True.
about quality, not quantity.
You know, I might challenge that a bit. Isn't consistency also important?
You're right. Consistency is key. But starting with small changes makes it easier to stay consistent. It's like building a habit.
Fair point. Small steps can lead to big improvements over time.
Exactly. So, to wrap up, by combining these strategies, we can learn faster and remember information longer.
Sounds great.
Let's start applying them today and see the difference.
I can't wait to try them out. Thanks for sharing these tips.
Anytime.